back a bit late to the Contender series. It's on in a few hours. I wasn't going to make this because I think it's straightforward enough by the bookmakers, but I said, look, I'll still make it. We will start with the first fight: Rashid Vargabov versus Paulo da Silva. I think Rashid Vaga over here is going to absolutely walk through Paulo here. I think it's going to be a pretty easy submission in the first round. I think he's going to be able to out-wrestle him. I really don't need to do anything because I think he is, minus 700. He's like 1-4. There's no real upset going to come from here. I think Paulo's takedown defense is very sloppy. He's a decent striker, but maybe a bit of a car crash type of fighter. I wouldn't exactly say that there's any chance here Rashid's taking this one. Now, this fight actually piqued my interest. Curtis Campbell versus Ben Basak. Then I watched Ben Basak, and I might as well have just watched the most, I honestly don't really know how to describe Ben Basak. He fights in such a strange way that it kind of makes me think, what sort of promotion did this person come from? To watch his African highlights inside the promotion he was in is him just rushing forward to lads with no real control, getting clipped, landing big-ish, burning a lot of stamina in the first 5 minutes, and just realistically not looking like having a plan, if I'm going to be honest. It's kind of just coming in there and rush your opponent. Now, of course, that could work on the NOS Contender series, but to me, I believe that Curtis Campbell catches him pretty easily in the first round as he's rushing in, takes him down. He's from the MMA Academy in Liverpool, which I think has all the top Liverpool fighters. So, it's a pretty big... Actually, no, sorry, it doesn't have any of the big Liverpool fighters, but probably still a better gym to be in. He's 7-0. He's rear naked choked and knocked out a lot of people. He has clearly a strange, way better game, as he has a calf kick finish as well. His calf kicks are going to play very big dividends to this fight. I can see a very, very early knockout here for Curtis Campbell. Next, so this is actually the first fight where I'm going to go with the underdog of Chris Oliveira here. Now, Oliveira has not actually beaten anyone massively. He did beat Tatsuri Sato, who used to be in the UFC. He hasn't won a fight since 2020. It was a decent finish, maybe a bit soft if the referee was looking at it, maybe, but a good finish all the same. He has a lot of good finishes. He keeps very technical, mixes into weapons well, like a sniper almost. His takedown defense lacks a tiny bit, but when he gets on his back, he does try and get up quickly. It is good get-ups. It's not making too many mistakes and being able to get up. Christian Gee's 6 foot with the 74 reach, comes from the Goat Shed, who've actually kind of started to get some fighters that have been on the NOS Contender series already. Of course, Gillian Robinson, Dennis the Bazooka, yeah, fair enough, Hector Lombard. There's a few big fighters inside this camp that I do think probably helps a lot more to what you would want. As we move into Elisabir Kabuzia. Kabuzia here comes from Soma Fight Club. He's 5'9", and they don't know his reach, but I think it's 72, if I'm going to be right. A lot of these, the Salmat finish was soft, I'm going to say. He landed well, got him, but seemed like Salmat was getting back, and Salmat has now gone 6-5 since then and not been able to win a fight. The main reason I'm picking this is because a lot of his competition have watched all of these finishes, and majority of them are the exact same. It's kind of, they stay technical for a bit, then they just burst out into the middle, and he always just catches them with the left hand. I don't see that happening to Chris. I can see Chris being probably the faster guy between the two and being able to land first. I would be nervous if Kuba lands because he does genuinely have some crazy power, but I can see him basically after the first round gassing. He done that against Zagrad Ganmarov, however you say his name, but he definitely won this fight as well. All the comments on that video are like, how the fuck did this robbery happen? And yeah, I have to agree, I thought Zagrad won that 3-0. I thought it was a 30-27. But next we move into Luis Jordan versus Mango Diaz. It seems kind of a bit weird kind of what Jordan is. He's like one of these sort of all-rounded fighters. He's gone into boxing, he's gone into a load of different things. His striking is definitely his best weapon here, but I'm not sure that he really has the power in his hands to be able to upset someone. as good as Mango Diaz now, to be honest. He's lost a lot. He's lost a few fights by submission. He hasn't ever been knocked out. I do think that changes on the Dynamite Contender series, to be honest. I think Mango Diaz knocks the block off him. The violence, another Brazilian coming from the fight nerds, has crazy power. It's another one of those things where he's really, really technical, but he can let, his hands go, and his wrestling has gone extremely better in his last 2 fights. After joining the fight nerds, I have to pick him for knockout power. I think a first or second round finish very easy. And we're moving to the main event. As I said, this is going to be very, very fast because a lot of these are kind of straightforward this week. I'm going to go with Damian Perez. I think Damian Perez has a very easy way to win this fight, because his opponent, Victor Costa, is someone who will just rush in recklessly. He's kind of like a Justin Gaethje on the regional scene. He'll rush in recklessly, leave the chin there, get clipped, and I don't think it will just be getting clipped. I think it'll be Damian Perez putting him out on his arse, finishing him, and coming into the UFC. I think that's probably the way I'm going to see it. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.